Karen's freakout experience is the best teacher, like a misguided ruler on a treacherous quest. Karen's refusal to heed the sign leads her on a path of hard lessons, just like this Karen couple, who thought they owned their neighbor's lawn.
Which is what I staked.
It is right to your
Which is what I staked.
Well, then
Before
why did
this land was even built?
Can I ask you a
Before
question?
this land was even built, I staked. I know what it is.
I got that.
I was here, not you.
After a 5-year-long dispute with these neighbors, which we'll get to later, he tried to trim 3 small tree limbs, and this happened.
So you're a surveyor.
I was
Neither
here,
are you.
not you.
Are you a
not
surveyor?
You're
That's
not
why
a
I had it
surveyor.
surveyed.
You're not a surveyor.
No.
I trimmed 3 small limbs the size of my fingers, and she's literally flapping her arms, throwing a survey at me, dropping the F-bomb.
That's our
This
survey
is
right
why
there.
we're sharing it with you.
That
This
is
is
our
why
survey.
we're sharing it.
Where's my driveway on there? I'd like to see my driveway.
There is none. Because
the property
this
line.
land wasn't even here. We staked, not you.
They have no idea where exactly is the surveyor line, and showing the plans for the property doesn't mean they know how to read it.
Not you.
So where are you saying the property line is?
The property line is right here.
We know.
It's right up to my nub of my rock.
It is.
It is.
Okay.
This,
And
we put
so
this fence in.
when I pull
We
up
put
that
this fence in.
metal piece,
We
that's
put this fence in.
I don't care who put it
I
up.
care. I care.
I moved
I
in.
care.
It's legal
I
binding
care.
matter that I
care.
own this piece of property now.
I cared and cared enough to say, wanted a conversation. You refused.
They wouldn't stop bothering him, so he installed a fence just where they said the surveyor line is, but they weren't happy about that.
Ours. This was ours. And you know that I've told you several times.
That's why I put a fence up so I wouldn't have to see y'all anymore.
Did you get ACC approval? Let me see the ACC approval. Let me see the ACC approval right now.
So
Please look it up. Call
your
the
husband
homeowners
Bob and
association.
Karen, right here.
Bob and Karen. Who's Bob and Karen?
After publishing these videos, which got viral online, they decided to call the police.
So the officer that was out here the other day contacted me because he knows that it's an ongoing dispute between you guys and them. Okay?
That's
Like,
not correct, but okay.
Well, there's issues, right? We're not living animals.
There's no issue with it, but that's okay.
You're taking a defensive stance with me, sir, and I'm trying to be nice and try to.
No,
try to-
I'm not you. I've just been dealing with
but-
these neighbors for 5 long years.
And I talked to them, and they are willing to sit down and hash it out and make amends.
I've never had a problem with that.
Okay, so
On several occasions, I've just asked them to leave me alone. The man of the house, I use that loosely, continues to harass me, say negative things. I ignore it. He continues to do it. I'm out in the side yard. He says something negative. I mean, I don't even want to talk to him. I just want them to leave us alone. For starters, when we moved in here, yelled at our 12-year-old daughter for our dog running on his grass. Our dog literally ran on his grass and he threw down. Second, probably a month after that, our 18-year-old daughter's boyfriend accidentally drove over part of the grass, which we actually own. He got in that dude's face, threw the truck, and started yelling at him.
He confronted the husband about these allegations, and this is what he had to say.
Well, didn't yell at your daughter.
Daughters, you yelled at her
Didn't you?
boyfriend. Did you not yell at her boyfriend?
I got mad at him, yeah.
I see. So
So
then you
that's
yelled.
not your daughter.
It doesn't matter.
So-
It's her boyfriend.
Because he drove over my yard in his car.
Oh, God forbid. That did a lot of damage, didn't it?
So, well,
Did a lot of
it's the
damage?
principle of the matter. Shouldn't be doing that. He's either not paying attention or he's doing it.
You don't think my wife's driven over your yard?
Yeah, I've seen her do it.
Okay. Then why didn't you stop and yell at her?
Because I was inside.
Oh, so you would have.
So, no,
No, you wouldn't have?
I wouldn't have yelled.
Okay, so you only
Because
yell at
I have a
people
I
that
have
can't
some-
buck up to you.
Well, it's better to, is it worse to yell at a woman or a boy?
I don't think you should yell either of them unless they put a rut in your grass or
Well,
something.
he did damn near close to it.
No, that's solid rock.
Well-
It's so much rock that I can't even bury those rocks at the end. That's so much salt.
Apparently, this Kevin husband likes to scream when the camera is turned off. He even admits as much.
I guess my question is, what are they mad about?
Well, and that's what I asked them, and they couldn't really give me a
Right.
definitive answer.
That's the
either,
problem. There's
okay?
always something different based
And
on the
so,
day.
but they are willing to sit down and talk it out, which is, I'll be honest with you, I've been doing this job for 12 years. It's the first time I've ever had somebody say, hey, I want to sit down and hash it out respectfully. So I got to give them credit for that.
You can give
Okay.
them all the credit in the world, but I think their behavior in the past 5 years speaks volumes.
They saw all the videos and people were telling them they were wrong, so they decided that they should speak with him.
Tonight.
Yes, we can
No,
talk
have
whenever.
dinner. Well, shit, we have dinner too.
We're gonna be out to eat at a restaurant. Maybe that clears it up.
Sorry. You know what?
Why are you sorry? I'm not asking you to be sorry. You said
Misinterpretation. I didn't know you had dinner.
We
plans.
can talk
Oh,
maybe
I didn't
Friday
have
night
dinner.
if you
All I
wanna
asked
talk.
is, could we talk tonight? It didn't have to be dinner. It didn't have to be anything, but could we talk tonight?
would you like to talk at 10 o'clock tonight?
I'll be up actually at midnight because I have an extremely packed schedule with many thousands of things I have to do.
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China right now?
You said 10 o'clock. Well, how about midnight? Why not 1 o'clock?
Because that's about time we'll be home tonight. I'm not being an asshole. I'm just trying to tell you we have dinner. I'm picking my wife up at 4 o'clock. We're going downtown. We probably won't be home till 10. And you act like, oh my God, you don't want to talk. No, that's not it.
No, you don't think I'm busy? You don't think I have plans? You
I
don't
didn't say you weren't. I asked you if you wanted to talk at 10 o'clock when we'll be home. That's it. Or you can talk.
There's so much allegations and harassment done by these Karen neighbors. Here's another one where they blame him for.
That sprinkler head will pop up just like it did.
It does not. It does not.
Why don't you turn it on right now? I'll show you how it pops up.
Listen to me.
Turn it
These
on
are
right
ours.
now.
These are ours. These
It
are
might be your sprinkler head, but
Our
this is my
sprinkler
piece of property.
Okay. This is where I did not want it to go. This is not where I wanted it to go. I had a shitty day yesterday. I'm having a shitty day today. You're making it worse. I
What
asked
does
you not
that have
go
to
this
do
route.
with me putting the stones on this part of
I
the...
asked you not to go this route.
I tell you what, turn on the sprinkler
I
heads.
asked you
Listen,
not to go this route. No. You
turn
put
on
it
the
there.
sprinkler heads, and if they don't work,
No,
I'll
you put it
replace
there.
them.
You put it there. You went there. I asked you.
You're saying
I
that I
asked
broke...
you.
Wait, you're saying I broke your sprinkler heads.
No, I asked you and you put it there. You put it.
What are you
put
talking
this
about?
Situation in.
That's 2 or 3 times
Why
since
didn't
I've
you
lived
ask?
here.
Why didn't you ask?
Why do I have to ask? It's my piece of property.
Why do you have to ask? Why do you have to ask to touch my grass? Because it's my grass.
And whenever they get mad enough, they call the police on him.
Why do you have
No,
to
it's
touch-
not.
why do you
It's
have to
not.
touch my
This
tree?
is
Because
all
it's
right.
my tree.
There is a post, and I will get it resurveyed.
Right? Don't know you, don't know them. Talk to her on the phone for the first time today, first time I've ever met you in my life, right? So as an independent, don't know anybody from anybody, right? But when you say that, it makes me think, oh, well, he's trying to escalate it then by putting more and more out there on the internet.
It's funny
right?
only because she gets exposed by 15 million people. Now she wants to talk. I've been begging them just to leave me alone for 5 years.
Okay. So
Isn't that kind of peculiar?
if
to
I
you?
was to go tell them that you want to talk or you don't want to talk,
We just don't want anything to do with them. I'm not trying to hurt them. I'm not trying to do any harm to them, but yet they still find ways to complain or say something negative every time we walk by.
After some time of waiting for an answer, they got the ACC's approval, but even that was not enough for this Karen, as she got mad about something else.
Did you get ACC approval? Did you get? Let me see the ACC approval. Let me see the ACC approval right now. Right now.
I bet she didn't tell you that when I was fixing the fence on my side of the property, properly installing it, I was on her property for probably 20 minutes. Probably a foot, maybe a foot of their property I was on. I had to do that to get that angle on the driveway.
yeah, I got you.
He comes over, says, "Would you like some help?" I said, "I'm fine, thank you," hammering away. He comes back 1 minute later and says, "You sure you don't need some help?" A little more passive aggressive. I said, "Charles, I've asked you not to talk to me. I will clean up my mess as soon as I'm done. You know this. I'll leave it just like I found it, and we can be on our way." I said, "The only reason you're asking to help me is to interject something negative." And as soon as I said that, he goes, "You're on my property and no one's giving you permission." I said, "I didn't know I needed permission." And he says, "Well, you do," and runs off and gets his wife. She comes out, flaring her arms, popping open the camera, filming me. And I'm just trying to finish up and get out of their hair and go on about my business. Then, I guess that wasn't good enough for her. She takes the water hose and decides to start spraying the area that I was working in. And I said, Elizabeth, I'm fine. I'll finish up. This will look just like new. She sprays me at that point and says, no, you've done enough. Like, what have I done enough of? Because I've not done anything to you or your property. Your property looks exactly the same. I have pictures both days of how it looks. I don't know what to tell you. I've tried to work with her. I've tried to work with him.
When this Karen gets mad, she's just irrational and says insane things, because when he came back later, she was calm and even told him that the fence he built looks good.
Ours. This was ours. And you know that I've told you several times
That's
that.
why to that same spot after I let her cool down, and I asked her, how does that fence look? And she said, you probably know the line by now, seriously, it looks good. Seriously. So how can I be this horrible person 10 minutes before this? I walk away, let her cool down, and then all of a sudden everything's seriously good. That's what I don't understand.
I think it looks great.
Okay,
Seriously honest.
All right.
Like, seriously.
Thanks.
Like, seriously.
thank you.
One of their complaints was that this dog ran on their grass once.
You're picking up. But the reason I don't let that even happen is because I take her far away and I let her go somewhere else, pick up her business. And that's the rule. That's the things that happen.
Do we have an issue with that still? Because it hasn't happened
I'm
as far as I
asking
know.
you. Well,
Yes or no?
I'm asking
It's
you.
happened last year.
Yeah.
Oh, so how far back?
So, last year.
Okay, so what year are we in? So it hasn't happened in 7 months. Okay, let's move on.
No.
What else?
I mean, well then,
So
Well,
answer
when
my
I'm-
question.
when I
Answer
pull
my
this stuff
question.
up,
What is
why-
it? What is it? Is it?
Why
is
is
it
that an
simply
issue?
answer my
I'm
question?
keeping up with my yard. That's it. That is it. And y'all getting hurt butt over nothing. I'm going to. You know what? Let me tell you something. My father-in-law.
Let me ask.
Wait.
Answer
let
the
me.
question. No.
I.
before you move
What did
on.
I just tell you?
Answer the question.
I said no.
Is
There's
it-
nothing wrong. I'm keeping up with my yard. That's it.
And they keep complaining about him cutting off their tree limbs.
And guess what? If you want to
Yeah.
block that off, I am gonna go through my gate and I'm gonna lock all that on the side of my fence. Do you understand that?
What are you talking
all
about?
this stuff, it's grown in.
It's growing all in
Yeah.
our yard. Do you
It's growing
think?
in our
Please
yard.
don't touch that.
Okay,
So-
then don't
Well,
touch my
don't
damn
tou-
tree and
don't
don't
touch
touch
our
my.
No,
yard.
no, no. Larry, let me tell you something. Anything grows past this can be cut.
If you want to tell them that I can trim that tree all the way up to God's green earth, please do. She does not understand that. She thinks I need to ask her before I touch that tree that comes over into my lot that I need to trim it.
Gotcha. Well, I'll
Maybe
let them
on
know.
some.
You know, now that we're saying it, if you
The backside of your fence, you can do whatever you want to. It's not going to hurt my feeling.
No, because if I were to sit there and lock that thing off, guess what you would be doing? Guess what you would be doing? You would be very upset. You would
If
be.
you
would
if you
be.
cut the
You-
vine on the backside of your fence, I'm
You
not
would
going to
be.
care what happens.
You would be.
Do
upset.
it. I don't
would be
care.
upset.
That's where
You
y'all
would be
think
upset.
y'all think this
No,
is
you
like
would
an
be.
emotional attachment to all this. It's not. I think Highland Homes put this row of bricks in
No, they didn't.
just to
put
piss you off.
They didn't put the row of bricks on my property. It is on your property.
Okay.
But it's the stuff here that's spilling over into this grass that's onto my property that's the problem.
And so far, all your grass is still green.
So, well, not.
You want me to cover it up with dirt? I'll cover it up with dirt. I don't care. What do you want me to do?
So, I just don't want this rock in here.
Well, I'm not digging up the rock. Would you like me to put a layer of dirt over it?
So, well, but still, you know, I don't want you to do anything to it.
Okay,
I
I'm not
want it
gonna.
gone.
I'm not gonna allow the rocks just to flop over and look like crap. I'm not gonna allow that. So how do you want this fixed?
So, well, it's fine as it is right now.
Do something that's going to detriment your land. I wouldn't do something that's going to detriment my land.
I
Okay.
understand you wouldn't do it to yours.
And I've done it the same way here as I did over there, because you need something to pack in the bricks.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting through there. You're not getting through your head that this is why I did it, not to piss. You think I came over here just to piss you off and to ruin your sprinkler heads and to
No,
kill your
I don't
grass?
think you did
I
that.
think that's what you
but
think.
I think you're misguided about
But
what
you
the
know
property
what?
line is.
I don't care where the property line is. I know where the
Yes,
property line is because there's a metal bar there. You tie it up. I own all this and your
No, you
sprinkler
don't.
heads.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You need to take it up with Highland then.
No, I'm not taking it. I'm not gonna. This 4 inches of grass is not whatever it is. 12 inches, 16 inches. It's not worth my time to deal with because y'all got bent out of shape because I put a little sand and a little dirt to compact the bricks that were laid by Highland Homes.
Okay.
Also, I've showed them the actual pole, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah,
in the
survey
ground,
marker.
identifying the where our property lines are. I think they think I stuck into the ground. I did not.
Yeah, it was here when they built the houses.
I don't know who put it here. That's
No,
where
when
they
they
dug
built
up the
houses,
survey.
they
And
surveyed.
up until that
Or
point,
actually, when you probably bought the house, they came out and resurveyed.
right, correct. And then I refinanced the house 3 years ago, and they did it again.
Yeah, they were going to do it every time you.
There, we
I did not put the pole there. The pole was put by the city of San Antonio. It's somewhere in here, just like I saw when you dug it
There
up
was
last
no
time.
city of San Antonio putting a pole, honey.
When I had this surveyed for to
None of
reprice,
this was
listen.
here. These two houses weren't even here, honey.
Do-
These two houses weren't even here. We know what
Would you
was
like
put
me to
here.
move? Is that what you want?
No one is saying
Okay.
that. No one is saying that.
When
No
you
one is saying
say-
that. No one is saying that.
They have complained about every single thing that happened since the time he moved to this house. And also, they keep telling him that the property line is different than what he thinks it is, even though he surveyed the house when he moved in. So, of course, he resurveyed the property.
But I
Okay.
think you're misguided about
But
what
you
the
know
property
what?
line is.
And then, he saw his neighbor digging in his property.
You guys plan on moving that fence anytime soon?
What fence?
The one that's on my property. All of a sudden, y'all don't have anything to say. How's it going? I don't need her waiting on her driveway at 7 a.m. when I pull back in from dropping off my wife to have a discussion. I don't want to talk to her because everything she says doesn't make sense on any level.
I got you.
As it is right now.
Can I ask one thing, please? May I ask?
I've not stopped you yet.
May I ask?
Looks like this Karen couple took the phrase Lawn Wars to a all new level. After a 5-year feud, trimming a few tree limbs turned into a full-blown drama fest.
Is it personal? Is it to the point of it just things make you just mad?
What are
Is
you?
it-
What?
Wait,
I just
answer
wanna
that.
know.
guys,
I wanna
no,
understand.
I don't understand.
I wanna understand
I don't
the
even understand
hostility.
where that question's coming from.
I want to understand. Is it us? Is it? You don't have to like me. I don't want you to need to like me.
We
Trust
have
me.
nothing against y'all except for
Okay.
your husband has yelled at our kids over stupid matters, as we're discussing now. Another stupid matter.
I didn't yell at your kids.
The dog came over and you're like, get the dog.
So
Three people saw you do it.
When my wife found out that he yelled at our 12-year-old over the dog and found out that he yelled at our 18-year-old's boyfriend over the grass, she goes, "You take care of him or I will." And her taking care of him would have been much worse results than me going over to have a conversation. So I had a conversation with him about that. I said, stop yelling at our kids. Nobody's here to harm you. Nobody meant to run over your grass. The dog accidentally got out. I don't know what to tell you. It happens. Sorry. And he starts bowing up to me and telling me I didn't yell at your kids. I said, well, if you're acting like this to me, I can only imagine what you're acting like that to him. And from there, he starts bowing up, trying to get near my truck. I advised him it's not a good idea to get near my truck. And then from there, it escalated.
Gotcha. Okay.
Normal
And
neighbor,
It's two ways. There's nothing criminal on their part either.
okay. But once again, you haven't defined what they said was the problem.
Yeah, and it's a myriad. Just everything you've listed off is everything she told me. Okay? So everything you listed off is exactly what she told me. So
where in their issue do they have a problem me fixing a fence that she seriously likes, that now I'm a person that is so horrible that I have to have the cops show up at my house at 7 o'clock while I'm eating dinner with my family? I mean, do you understand where's the connection there?
okay, I'm just
No,
here to try to
and
get
I'm
it-
not here
get it-
for you to be our disciplinary person. I'm an adult. They are too. And shame on them for letting it go this far, because I've tried to make peace by just saying, hey, obviously you've got lots of problems with me. I don't have any problems with you. It's not personal. You think it is. Let's move on. And they cannot resist confronting me or trying to antagonize me. You probably saw the last couple videos where you see him leaning over my fence, which is now my fence on my property, looking for me. You see her while I'm bent over, grabbing a water hose, filming me. I'm like, I'm on my side of the property, my water hose, hanging out, trying to clean up, and you're filming me for what? And I just want to be left alone. What's going on over there? But it's not the same level, and I don't care, and I'm not complaining. I'm not calling HOAs. I'm not calling the ACC.
Yeah,
I'm
what
not,
is the ACC?
That's our Architectural Control Committee. Everybody's asked about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
So when you have a improvement to your land, you have to submit this application.
Yeah, it's okay. Same way with we just submit it to the HOA, and they say, yeah, it doesn't matter. If I want to take out a bush
Correct.
that's dead,
Yes.
I got to get approval, and then I got to say who's removing I'm removing the bush. It is a huge
The
thing.
trellis or fence I put up there is portable. ACA's already been involved. She can do whatever she wants. She doesn't have any control of it.
Yeah.
It's my side of the property. I'm sorry I damaged my sprinkler head. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry my sprinkler guy came over unannounced and started working on it and had dirt on their grass.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to replace any grass of blades, and I'm being very serious. I'm not being sarcastic. I'll buy them a half pallet of grass if that's what it takes. But I do not want to hear
Their inability to read the surveyor's map didn't stop them from acting like a property line experts. Even after their neighbor installed a fence on his property, they still weren't happy and called the cops. It looks like this feud will keep on as long as they are neighbors. Despite going viral and facing public backlash, they still wanted to talk, but only on their terms. From blaming the neighbor's dog for trespassing to having issues with tree limbs, their list of complaints was endless. But in a plot twist, Karen eventually complimented the fans, who knew lawn disputes could be this entertaining. Last but not least, here's a clip showing how this feud actually started.
I don't know if she told you this story, but she brought us a cake. My daughter, who was asleep and who's sort of dry personality in the mornings when she hasn't had her coffee or whatever she needs to get going, answered the door. She gave her a cake and said, "Welcome to the neighborhood." And she didn't know who she was. My daughter evidently told her thank you and just said bye and shut the door. And I think she's always held that against our family. We got home, we asked who the cake, the pie. We had several dishes from around the neighborhood given to us.
Yeah.
We didn't know who was who. Some people left cards, some people didn't. We didn't really know who lived where. So in one of these discussions with them, she says, "And you guys are the rudest family I've ever met." Where is this hostility coming from? I don't even know, like, holding this. She goes, and swinging her arms, "I brought a cake to you guys, and your daughter answered the door and said thank you and said goodbye and slammed the door on me." And I'm like, well, that doesn't sound like my daughter, but I don't know. So I asked my whole family, we got down to the bottom of it, and
Yeah.
it wasn't anything intentional on her part. It was just she woke up, didn't know who this person was, just kind of in a daze, and
Gotcha.
you know, she was probably 14 then, so.
Yeah.
And this is where it's gotten.
Yeah, I'm
Wasting
just
your
trying
time,
to-
wasting my time, and
Trust me, I've dealt with a lot of this.
I suggested to put a fence up. I said, let's talk to the ACC, let's put a fence up, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for all of it. I don't care. Nope, don't want to do it. They don't want to hear any suggestion I have.
I think it looks great.
Okay.
Seriously honest.
All right.
Like, seriously.
Thanks.
Seriously.
This Karen unexpectedly pushed over and forced this guy's car out of the road. Gladly, no one got hurt. Exactly like this Karen, who trashed their neighbor's house after the water main that connects both houses broke, and she got a little thirsty to say the least.
I'm calling the police. Get here. Get the out of here. Can you call the police? Can you call the police? I'm calling the police. You're gonna go to jail. You're gonna go to jail. You're gonna go to jail. They have water in jail. Go. Bye. Bye. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right. I have enough. I have enough to call the police.
They called the police, and this woman was charged with criminal damage to property.
Nathan, can you help me? Yeah. Please?
Next, this Karen freaked out of nowhere, and this guy was Zen.
Hope your day gets better. Positive energy.
You don't understand English!
No entiendo.
Do you not understand English?
This Karen threatened this guy who gave her a lift in a pickup truck, but unfortunately she can't do anything because he is recording.
Alright, so for the record,
Stop!
I'm telling you, you can get out. I'm asking you, please get
And
out.
I'm asking you to f***ing listen!
Please get out of my pickup.
Just f***ing listen to me for once in your life!
Please get out of my pickup.
You want me to key this f***ing thing? Because I f***ing will if you don't listen.
Shut my door and leave me. Just shut my door.
Stop recording me. Stop!
No, this is my pickup. It's all on record. You want to key? You want to key my truck? Great. I'll come after you for the insurance.
I don't give a f***. Just f***ing listen.
No, go. Close my
Put the
door.
f***ing phone down. Put the f***ing phone down. Stop recording and f***ing listen.
Shut my door.
Not until you stop recording me.
Shut my door.
Now you can't be recording me because I've told you to stop. You're doing it illegally. So I
No,
suggest
I'm
you
not.
stop. Yeah, you are, because I said stop.
We're also on public property. This
I
is
said
a public
stop.
school.
I said stop.
It's a public school. You don't.
I said
don't-
stop. Andrew, stop recording me!
Shut my truck door.
Not
Leave me
until you
alone.
stop recording me.
Shut my truck door. And
Stop
leave
recording me and I
alone.
f***ing will!
You can't force your way through this one. You can't scream your way through it.
You just
Not
need to
gonna do
stop.
you
You
any
need to
good.
stop being an immature bitch and listen.
I'm not being immature.
Yeah, you are. You're f***ing being immature. No, you're not. You being nice would be you listening. Don't f***ing...
Thank you.
Here is a Karen that can't help it on the road. This Karen started to film this mechanic when she saw his dog sitting in front of his shop.
Tie dog up. Piece of... What are you? Are you even... dumb like you just called me? Go tie your dog up now, you piece of... Bring your dog inside. Tie him up. You cannot do that. You can't keep him out here.
You're entertaining.
Dude, I'm on the phone with the cops right now. They're gonna come get your dog and put him down. Don't f***ing touch me. Piece of shit.
She was crazy.
This bus closes in on a cyclist, resulting in a heated exchange. Even the dog gets mad at the bus driver.
You're overtaking me, you're still watch. Well, watch it then. Good ghetto.
And organized teens riding scooters
Highway robbery.
are selling parking tickets illegally, resulting in a lot of scams and confused drivers. They knock and kick the cars and make them pay by force.
One woman reported to a traffic aide she was spit on when she refused to pay. Selling parking tickets they had no right to sell on streets around the ballpark.
They are even using an official White Sox parking sign. It seems they operate at the beginning of each season. The fans are shouting, and the police officers are being asked to patrol on foot in response to the situation.
They say $40. You said no, right? They're right there. They're right there.
Here's what we know about the operation. Before each game, the scammers assemble in a parking lot inside the Wentworth Gardens neighborhood.
This man in the black hoodie seems to be the leader. This delivery guy stole the delivery, and when the house owner noticed, he gave it back, but was rude about it.
Ahmed.
Here is a mime that is making sure that the guy carries the bag instead of the woman.
Oh, shit. No fucking way.
This guy stopped in the middle of the highway when an unexpected convict ran away from the police and tried to steal a vehicle. She continues to arrest them for some time, and then one of the kids' father came with a pepper spray.
Get off of my truck, I'm spraying you. Get away from my kids, I'm spraying you. You don't think, you think a cop? I'm warning you.
Don't you understand that?
Get in his face. Get in his face, and I'm doing it. Go for it.
If you touch me, I'm going to put you to sleep.
Sure, take it.
I'll put you to sleep right now. I'll put you to sleep.
Boys, all you guys go home. Let her do her little thing.
I can't go
Eric,
home when
get
she's
in
in front
my
of our
car.
house.
Just go in my car. She's going to do that. That's what she does. She has a right
Go
to
in
stand
your
in the
house.
street.
Stop
It's her thing.
bothering
She
me.
doesn't care. She's
You got
already
the
dealt
whole
with this.
neighborhood on
She
your
thinks
ass.
she knows
You
everything.
know that?
Eric,
You're not
yeah,
gonna say
I don't
nothing.
care.
Okay. Get in my house. If I'm